I don't actually really like the taste, which is just as well, I suspect. Tom, thank you very much indeed. Louise is in Bushy. Hello, Louise.
Hi, Ian. First-time caller.
Well, welcome to the programme. What would you like to tell me?
Yeah, it's really strange. I just came out of an AA meeting and put the radio on, and I heard your previous caller, who just, he sounded so lost and desperate, and I just felt the need to call in. I am an alcoholic. I do have a 12-step program, and I attend regular meetings in AA. I've been sober for 6.5 years now. But, my life was a total mess before I sorted it out. And I just kind of wanted to give him and others hope that, there is an answer to this problem and it doesn't have to be like this forever.
Sorry, Louise?
I just wanted to give hope to that caller and any other listeners that might be finding themselves with an alcoholic problem. That there is an answer. There are AA meetings out there that are free and easy to get to. You don't have to suffer in silence.
Were you nervous going to your first AA meeting? I imagine everybody is.
Oh, my God, I was so nervous. I went to the meeting and then I went to turn around to walk away because I thought I just can't go in there. And this lady grabbed me and, she was really friendly, took me and got me a coffee. And once I sat down and started listening to people talking, I understood that I was exactly the same as them and that I had the same problem. And there was no going back. But it took me years to get to my first meeting. I felt so ashamed and like I'd let everybody down for being an alcoholic. But really, it was either that or death or, go to an institution. There was no other option for me but to either get sober or kind of die trying, I suppose, on my own.
When did you first realise that you had a problem?
I had a really good job and my life looked okay on the outside, so it took me a while to realise. I was 35 when I realised that I couldn't stop, when I was crying into a glass of wine and, I was sort of drinking against my will. It took me to the age of 35. I was in care as a child, so I started drinking daily from the age of 13, and I didn't stop until I was 35. I'm 42 now.
What do you mean? You said you used the phrase there, drinking against my will. What does that mean?
I didn't want to drink. I actually didn't want to drink. I'd work during the week. I'd work really hard, and I would dread the weekends because I knew that I would spend the whole day drinking all weekend. I'd sort of tell myself, I'm not going to drink, I'm not going to go to the supermarket, I'm not going to buy booze, I'm not going to go to the pub. And I would just be literally, my knuckles would be white. I'd just be constantly thinking about drink, just constantly. I couldn't stop thinking about it. And of course, inevitably, I'd end up going out, buying drink, getting myself into some awful messes. I mean, really awful messes that I'm embarrassed of today, actually. But, I'm not doing that anymore. But yeah, I just couldn't stop drinking. I couldn't stop. Once I drank one drink, that was it. I was going to be drinking until I blacked out, basically.
How long did it take from when you thought you had a problem to taking those first steps of going to AA?
I think I realised about 2 years before I got to AA that I had a problem. But it took about 2 years to get there.
Did you tell anyone, friend, family?
Oh, no, I was so embarrassed.
But do you think they knew?
Everybody at work knew. When I did eventually tell people at work, once I'd stopped drinking and I started to really try to do the 12 steps, I told my boss, because I used to go on a lot of events where there was drink and I needed some insurance that I wouldn't drink. So I had to tell my boss. And she just looked at me, she smiled, she's like, I knew. And she said, I'm really proud of you for going. And, she was really, really supportive, actually. So, yeah, people did know. I thought I kept it hidden, but just about everybody knew. There was no hiding it. I drank a booze. It's
quite something, isn't it? I mean, I'm trying to put myself in that situation, thinking, well, if one of my colleagues here, I thought, had a real problem with alcohol, would I sort of front them up on it? The honest answer is, no, I don't think I would.
I think the only person that can really do that is somebody who's in the same situation. I think it's easy for us to judge other people when we haven't experienced the difficulties that they're experiencing. For me now, if I see somebody else who looks like they're in a similar position to me, I will share about my own story. I won't ask them directly if they have a problem with alcohol. I'll tell them that I do, and I'll tell them what I do to not drink, and hope that will plant the seed. Put my hand out to help another alcoholic, basically.
Can I ask, when was the last time you had a drink?
It was the 12th of April 2012. I'm really proud of that.
It's very. I have asked that to people before who've been in similar situations to you, and it is interesting that virtually every time someone comes up with an exact date, sometimes even an exact time as well.
Well, it's something we celebrate. Every year I celebrate another year clean and sober. So, it wasn't just alcohol for me. I did anything that changed the way I felt, but alcohol was the main thing that I did daily. Yeah. But I celebrate it every single year. I go to a meeting, I pick up a chip, and I celebrate another year sober to show other people that it can be done. So I'm very proud of that.
Well, I won't raise a glass to you on the 12th of April, but if I. It's been fascinating talking to you, Louise, and I'm sure a lot of people are taking the inspiration from what you've said. Thank you very much. Just to give you that drink line helpline number again, 0300 123 110, 0300 123 110. We'll take more of your calls in a moment. It's 9:48.